Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lots to talk about as usual. I want to do a shout out for those that have sent a cup of coffee. That's Half Moon and Karen. Also, people have sent some goodies, which has been so fun. I have goodies from Denise and Sherry and Rebecca and Karen. So thank you so much. I have used some of the goodies. This video today is a book that I made about grief, how grief is not linear, how it's circular for me, and how I can revisit these parts of me. There's a definite shift in the words that I felt when I was making this piece. I could feel a shift over the last week or so, very hopeful, very happy, very content, very fulfilled. The grief is part of my fabric. It is something that I have learned to embrace, the loss of our Cameron. And I am so grateful for you and so grateful for art. Art is the universal healer, or at least I believe so. So I created this little book. It's on a ring. It's bottle caps with words on them. When it hangs up, it's a little bit easier to read than when I had it laying down and reading it to you. So, but it was fun to go through it with you. I have crushed bottle caps. I used a jelly print. I cut the jelly print into circles and glued that onto the front and the back of the bottle caps. And then I took out my old typewriter and I typed the words on there. Grief, sadness, laughter, connectedness, isolation, relief. You'll see relief in there a few times. Relief was comes in different forms, different waves during grief, or at least it did for me. So that's a little bit about today's piece. I want to thank those that have ordered little metal book covers, and those that have ordered the traveling collage kits, and those that have ordered the fun purple t-shirts. Go create, go play, go have fun. I do have goodies for sale on my website, LoriMarieJenkins.com. You can visit that at any time and see if there's something that you're interested in. I do sell the stencils on there, and then obviously the book covers and the t-shirts, and I do sell my art on there, or if ever you've seen a piece of art that I've created in a video, in a recent video, I may still have that piece if you're interested in purchasing that, or commission journals, anything like that. You can leave me a message and or go to my website and or order it and or ask questions about it, etc., etc., etc. So I think that might be all. Shout out to Annette. She sent some goodies as well. She didn't make it on the list. The list is a little bit older, and Annette's goodies just came yesterday. So still waiting for the arrival of the books. I have 100 of them ordered, and I will be selling those on my website as well with dedication cards. So yeah, and if you place orders through my Amazon link, I do make a little bit from that. And there's also buy me a cuppa, or buy me a coffee, I guess, and that money goes to the village as well. So many, many ways you can support this village, and I appreciate that. We'll have some altered book classes coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to take the summer off from teaching. And then I will also be putting on my website some unsupervised classes. So, Michelle, thank you for that nudge. All right, lots to tell you about, lots to inform you about. You guys are so active in my life, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So, see you on the table. This is a circle. It was a circle, and it's been bent into a tear shape. It was that way hanging in my studio. I did nothing special for that, and it reminded me of a tear. And also, I have been reminded this week that grief is not linear. So I created this little book of bottle caps telling the story of grief and how it is circular, or how you can keep revisiting some parts of your grief. It's been February 6th was a year since we got word that Cameron had passed, and I want to thank the village for all of your support in the last year. And I want you to visit this little bottle cap book with me. Grief is not linear. And so the bottle caps actually move around the tear shape. My journey, disbelief, my path, my grief. Weeping, relief. Numb, constant weeping. Phone call, screams, sobbing, wailing, exhausted, crumbling, quiet, fog, sadness, sleep, isolation, broken heart, loneliness, pain, tears, sleep, remembering, reaching out, support, talking, joy, love, art, laughter, tears, relief, compassion, sharing, feeling, routine, laughter, lighthearted, relief, connectedness. And then it can all be visited yet again, over and over and over again in the process of grief. Everyone does grief differently. Everyone does loss differently. Everyone does love differently. This is the little book that I created just to say that grief is not linear. Thank you so much for joining me on this little walkthrough of this fun bottle cap book. All these little pages. Thank you for walking through that little book with me. I want everyone to know that a loss is a loss is a loss. And a loss is a number 10. It doesn't matter if it's a pet or a child or a parent. I think every loss is a 10. Some of our grief does not last as long as it does for other losses, but it doesn't mean that the immediate loss isn't a 10. So I need to honor that. The little circular book that I created does represent grief not being linear, that you can go around and revisit those little bottle caps in a moment's notice. Maybe there's a trigger, maybe there's a smell, maybe there's a thought, and then those moments of grief will come back. I have made a big turn, and I'm just very, very grateful for this group. I'm not sad. I have lipstick on. I have lipstick days. I used to have a lot of non-lipstick days. No lipstick today. And Taj, thank you for bringing that forward. I am going to make a little page, little bottle cap page that says no lipstick today. And then on the other side it will say lipstick today. So just go with the flow with grief. All right, once again, thank you so much for being part of this village. You have no idea how much help you've been in the last year. All right, go create, go play, and go have fun.